A lot of big changes for the Georgia Southern football team. You know, the Lunsford era has begun. New offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. It's a total change from last year. And hopefully the big thing is wins. You know, last year 2-10 on the season. Big change is going to be on offense. Using Wesley Fields, using Monteo Garrett, and using Shai Wertz to really facilitate that triple option and the spread option that DeBest ran so well out in New Mexico. And then on defense, that secondary is going to be huge for the Eagles. Very experienced, you know, Josh Moon, Mcclain Baxley, a lot of guys that are just very good at their positions in that defensive backfield. You know, Shai Wertz said in the press conference on Monday that the last season is gone, it's in the past. I'd like to think so. You know, the spread option, you know, being that shotgun lends itself to being better. You also got a lot of weapons. You've got Obi Fortune, Colby Ransom, and then you got Wes Kennedy from Savannah, who is just had a spectacular freshman year despite a terrible season from the team. Just went out and balled out last year. Wertz has options. Wertz has guys that he can rely on to make those catches. So, and his arm's gotten better. You know, from watching him from spring practice to last week, he's gotten a lot better with his arm, more confident as well in the pocket. Rather than last year, he would drop back, no one's open in that first look, and he would go off. And I think that this year, hopefully, we see more of a more time in the pocket, less freaking out early on. The culture has changed for the better. Through the 1.5 years of Tyson, the brotherhood, you know, I know it's cliche, but the brotherhood was not there, and it has definitely changed on both. You know, you'll see it in practice, the way Lunsford runs practices now. You see them when they're around campus, you see them on social media. It's definitely a more, we care about each other, we care about the school, we care about the goals that we've set for ourselves. Let's go accomplish them together as brothers, as teammates, as friends. I think discipline's one thing, and accountability. You see it at practice where they'll break from a huddle and kind of jog off to a drill, and then Lunsford will hold them back in and say, that's not how we do it here. That's not what we're doing here. We're trying to win. We're trying to do everything at 100%. So you got to run to those drills. You got to, you know, pick each other up when they fall down. And I think holding that accountability for each other has been a big thing in implementing the changes on both sides of the ball, all three sides of the ball. You know, with Tyler Bass as well at special teams. So the accountability and just the belief as well. There's a thing this week where they're trying to get 10,000. I think it's definitely going to be shooting across 10,000 Saturday night in Paulson. And to have that after, you know, you saw this past week in New Mexico State where they went 7-6 last year, had their first bowl win in 50+ years. Yeah. And they sold out this past weekend. That's expected. They had one of the best seasons in their program history. To not have that and still have the same amount of gusto and the same amount of participation from the fans and the community is impressive for Lunsford and his staff and for this team that we're seeing Saturday night. Our team looks good. I think I've been to some practices as well since then, and our offense gets better each day they're out there. Learning a whole new system is big and difficult for guys, and so that's been a challenge. Having an opponent like South Carolina State, where, you know, last year's first game was at Auburn, who ended up, you know, winning the West in the SEC, to finish the top 10 team. This year you're gonna have one, and then hopefully next week against UMass you're gonna have 1 or 2 games that you can still kind of implement what you're trying to do before you get into a meaningful game. So under Summers and under Fritz even, we ran with the quarterback as more under center. So you've got the center here, the quarterback's right behind him. Where now the quarterback's in shotgun, so it's a delayed reaction to getting the ball, which will slow things down. And so so in the past, right as he snaps the ball, he's already getting guys on him. Now he's gonna have 2 or 3 yards back where he's got time to think about what he's doing. And like I said earlier, you know, it lends itself to being able to do more rather than just revert to running the ball or handing the ball off. It's now we're just going to be able to thinking about passing it, thinking about handing it off and then passing it. He's going to have more time to develop, which is going to be good for a young guy. And he is a young guy. He's a sophomore. He's a redshirt sophomore. He's still learning the game every day. Yes, for sure. As I alluded to before, the change is there. The ability to put the last season's over. It's in the past. It's 2017. We're in 2018 now, boys and girls, and the energy is there. The culture is there, and they're ready. They talked about it all off season. Really, they talked about